Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Have this fine. Hope it finds you and you're doing just fine. I wanted to jump on here today because I'm writing about finding your lessons in your failure. And I was brought to the remembrance the other day. Man, I fell down a flight of stairs, a whole complete flight. But sometimes when something crazy like that comes along, you like, Lord, have mercy on my soul. What just happened? Are you serious? And I believe I was screaming something like that. Are you serious? Ow, ow, ow. Are you serious? Ow. I can't believe. Oh my God. That hurt. Ow. But hindsight, look back. So those that follow me know that I got bit by the bat in 2017. That's all old news. 16 actually October. That's old news. But what most people don't know is like ever since then, all the time, every night, my legs burn like fire is in my veins. Literally, fire in my veins when I sleep. Well, I fell down these flight of stairs, and I know you want to laugh, so I'm gonna laugh too. But I fell down these flight of stairs, and I probably hit my back, my butt, my back, my legs. I was sliding sideways down these stairs, and then I'm sitting here like, oh my God, I just fell out of the flight of stairs. How did that happen? Well, I was asleep. I got a phone call and I had to go down to the lower level, 3 flights down through the lower level, two actually, and tell somebody something from the phone call. And I just was walking so cavalier, trying to hurry, and I walked into midair and ended up on the ground, sliding down a full flight of stairs. And thank God that the stairs had carpet because I think it would have been worse on me or better. I'm not sure. But looking back, I have not been in pain all since the recovery. Now, it took me a week to recover from falling down the stairs. My butt, my back, everything, my pride was, knocked out of whack. I'm like, I'm not going back down there again. No, I'm not. And I'm not answering the phone in the middle of my sleep. I'm not doing that anymore. And I'm not jumping up out of my sleep to entertain or aid anyone. So that was my response, my reaction. But as soon as I fell, I got so congested. I know, right? I got so congested. I was sick. I was hacking. I was coughing. It was like, oh my God, somebody just dumped like whatever toxins in my body was unleashed on me. Like knocked out of the joints, knocked out of everywhere where they were hiding. It was like all the toxins of anything, residue, all of that just came to the forefront, and I got immediately sick. So I'm like, oh my God, when I tell you hacking and coughing and hacking and oh my God, it was just like headache, migraine, congestion, drainage, everything. Like, oh my God, my chest was heavy, my back was hurting, my butt was hurting, everything. 5 days, 5 day recovery. And so I got up out the bed. I said, oh my God, I'm getting the heck out this bed because I don't like being in no sick bed at all. Because 18 months of sickness and laying in the bed for 18 months, I didn't have my share of beds and sick beds. So I got up. I said, I'm getting up today. I went to the mirror. I know I said I'm getting up tomorrow. I was in the middle of the night. I got up. I said, you done had your time. You done had your sickness. Find whatever lesson is in here and relate to it because I'm done with it. Okay, we're done. We're getting up tomorrow. We're going to start this all over again. Yes, that's how I talk to myself because the only thing it says, physician, heal thyself. When you make up in your mind that enough is enough, I always have this thing when I get hurt, I'll be like, oh my God, thank you. I'm sorry. What was that about? Going. Sit there till going. People that know me, I had tore my Achilles tendon, was supposed to have surgery. I was on wheel crutches. I got off them crutches. I was like, I'm not doing this. Going. My foot healed itself. So I said, oh my God. And I was talking to my mom. I know I'm rambling, but I was talking to my mom. I was like, Mama, oh my God, I fell down these stairs and it seemed like everything was knocked out of whack. But today we had that same conversation. I was laughing. I was like, Mama, I think that staircase fall healed me because I sleep so peacefully. I have not been in pain. Um, my clear thinking, clear out. The words is back. I'm talking and writing and writing and writing and writing and writing some more. And I'm like, oh my God, I have not been so clear in years. And I'm like, my pain is gone. My back, not my back pain is gone, but my leg pain. I have not been in pain for almost going on 2 weeks. I fell almost 2 weeks ago. And it is just, are you kidding me? I was eating Cheetos. Are you kidding me? It's like something comes in your life and knocks you off track. And it seems like it's the worst thing ever. Are you kidding me? Falling downstairs. And then I realized I see why people die, because that hurt. That really did hurt. But at the same time, it's like all the toxins in my joints just burst and my body just expelled it. And it went on an expelling process, detoxing. That was a true detoxing of my body. I would have to say that. That was a true full-fledged detox, as if I went to a chiropractor back to back to back to back to back to back to back, in like every hour on hour, some type like that. And it made me think, and I'm writing about your pit being your promotion. It's like I fell and it was like going down and down and down and down in order to come up better. It's like something adjusted in the right place, something adjusted, something hit something that was somewhere hidden in there, and my body just threw it away. So I say that to say, and I got on here and jumped on here to say that if you're feeling like you're drowning, if you're feeling like you're stuck, if you're feeling like you're a failure, if you don't fail, instead take a step back and reassess that situation. I dare you. Take a step back and think about how this, what you thought was a downward spiral, which it was, but when you stand back up, how higher you stand, how taller you stand, how healed you stand, how vibrant you stand, how flexible, I'm talking about flexible, you stand because of the falling. And that lesson is like, you know what? Yes, you're not supposed to be hopping up out of your sleep, because if it's not a fire, it's not that important. It could have been handled a little more slowly. I was rushing. And the person had 2 hours to get to where they was going, but it just felt like it was an emergency to me. I always treat helping people like in an emergency, and I have to change that. Take that and create something from it. I mean, no, I don't recommend you go falling down those stairs to learn no life lesson like I did, but at the same time, I could have been like, oh my God, I can't believe I fell down them stairs, which I was crying, but I said, you know what? Ow. That was weird. And I sat there for a while. I was like, man, all of them, every and I kept falling. I was like, oh my God, is this going to ever stop? You can imagine all the things that go into a thought process when you're falling or when you're in a situation, you're going downer, 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 and you don't know what's happening, and you're just going down, and you don't know how it happened, and you don't know when it's going to stop, and all you know is you hurt, and everything is in total chaos in that moment. You're like, wow, are you serious right now? It's just the same way if you're in a mental pit, the same way your life may not be in order right now. I went through some things and I ended up in a better place. Sometimes you go through a fall, even in business, even in relationship, even in life, even physically, even mentally. You get to a point where you're overwhelmed and things break, but you can come back from that. I'm telling you today, you can come back from that. And when I've had a lot of challenges since 2016 and even before that, but really since 2016, learning how to walk all over again, basically without falling and tripping over my own self, learning how to speak life into my situation, into my life, into my bones, getting more spiritually and allowing myself to believe the words of God and the truths that I believed as a child. I had to activate them in order to live. And just knowing that I went from such a dark place, fighting for my life, fighting for the fungus in my breath, breathing. The doctor said I was recycling my breath, the carbon dioxide, whatever we breathe out, it was recycling. I wasn't even bringing in proper oxygen. And so to go from that dark, that grit, that grime, that, oh my God, laying in a bed for 18 months sucks. So if you have a loved one who can't move like you think they should, or can't perform like you think they could, or they're just immobile, have some compassion for them, because they are in a space you could never think or imagine. When you having to depend, I'm still waiting on water from people I asked for water from. I'm still waiting on food. When I was laying in the bed, I said, can somebody bring me something to eat? I'm hungry. And nobody showed up. But each and every day, my strength got stronger. I had to talk to myself. They were saying, God ain't real. Your God ain't real. Your God got you going through this. Y'all praising God and you dying. You praising God and you dying. You pray. I said, text was coming in like crazy. That wasn't you. That wasn't God. That wasn't God. That wasn't God. That's you. God ain't healing you. God ain't. I said, if you ain't got nothing nice to text me about my God, don't text me, because right now I'm in healing mode and I don't need no negativity in my life, in my ear. So I listen to You Are Strong motivational. I'm a warrior. I'm a fighter on my headstone. I'm a champion. All these things I was listening to, which helped me build up my confidence to speak life over my life. So when you're down there so deep, and even when I was coughing and hacking last week, I was like, oh my God, are you serious? What was in me that is trying to get out of me? Could you please, Lord, get it all the way out? I don't want no residue. God said, I seek the crevices of your heart. So I was begging him to seek the crevices of each thing that was not loose. Just get it all out, Lord. I don't know what it is, but just get it all out of me so I can stand up and get over this. I said, I ain't gonna die for falling down those stairs. I'm not. So as I went in there, I had to look myself in the face and said, you know what? I'm tired. Tired of being in the bed. I'm not going back to that bed. So whatever this is that caused that situation to come into my space. See, sometimes you fall because you feel less than. Sometimes you fall because you're not all the way there. Sometimes you fall because you want to put on a facade or pretending or acting like you're awake when you're not. You're performing like you're awake, but you're not. You're performing like you're mentally here, but you're not. And so sometimes that can cause a fall. You create your own fall. And I'm not going to say the devil was busy, because the devil probably wasn't even paying me no never mind. I was not fully aware. Sometimes you can't go forward or perform to your 100 because you're not fully aware of your surroundings. I have moved to a new place. It's a beautiful place. It's 3 times better than the place I was in, baby. When you think you lost something, When you think you're failing at something, God can pick you up, literally pick you up and drop you off into the promise, to your promise. He said, I will give you houses that you didn't build. We already live in that promise. Everybody that's a renter is living that promise. Everybody that's a homeowner is living that promise that didn't build their own home. They're living that promise. So take that pit you're in, go to the mirror, and yes, I believe it. Go to the mirror and speak to your soul and say, you know what? Time is up. We're going up. We're getting up. We're moving up. And we're rising up. And we're going to stand in this. And then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to grab somebody. I'm going to pull them up. Because if I can get out of it and family, friends, or whatever feel that I wasn't even supposed to be here, I felt like I wasn't even qualified to be here, but I qualified myself. And God qualified me as well. And my learning qualified me as well, because I decided when I was way down there in ignorant land that I wanted when people was talking over my head and I didn't understand, I wanted to be the smartest one in the room. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not, but I wanted that to be a goal. So I set out on a journey. I wrote a vision. My first point, I wrote a vision. I said, this is my magic pen, and whatever I write shall come to pass. I wrote out 10 pages long, some weird things, crazy things, some things I knew in my wildest dream I was not able to perform. But I performed each and everything that I have written down. If you have a calling, if you feel you're passionate about something, if you feel your purpose is in you, but you don't know how to get it out, go to the pit, dig around, and see what's left in there. And you see what got you out of there. And create you a signature system, meaning write it down. This is what I went through. This is how I got up. This is how low I was when I was in there. And this is what happened and how I had to change my mind, because you have to create a mind shift in order to get out of the pit. So when I went to the mirror, I said, okay, enough is enough now. You got tonight to get whatever else is in there out, because I'm done. I'm not laying in there one more time, giving you no more minutes of my time. Create that mind shift in order to craft. We're going to be healthy, happy, whole, disease-free, financially stable, living the life that we can imagine, but only greater. Only greater. That's all I'm accepting. And so you begin to write that down. And as you write that down, say, how can I show this to someone that is going? I see you over there. I might not have seen you fell down those stairs, but I see you is hurting mentally, physically, spiritually, business-wise. I've been there. Let me tell you how I got up. Now, it might not work for you, but it just might. If you just apply a couple of these principles, like 7 of my principles, you can come up out of this. Either you listen or you don't. But I put out the call. So can you. So all I'm saying is, honey, take that pit you in and make it into a process, a practical process to get out, or that pit you just got out of. Turn those steps and turn them into a practical process so you can make profit off of your pitfall. Because I do. Dr. Hope. And I hope you had a good day. And if you liked anything in this video, please like or share. Subscribe to my channel. Join my group on Facebook, 10K Coaches Club. The 10K Coaches Club on Facebook. Check out my website, drordinahope.com. I love you guys. I'll see you soon.